Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another From Pages screen. Today's video is a special video that I'm doing for the Readathon that I'm co-hosting with Naomi and Rachael, which is the Christie's Missing Readathon. I will compare the adaptations of a book that would fit the prompt of a mystery not set in England, and a book that also features the detective theme that I'm leading, Colonel Race, which is That on the Nile. That on the Nile is a work of detective fiction by British writer Agatha Christie, published in the UK by the Collins Crime Club on November 1937, and in the US by Dodd, Mead and Company the following year. The book features the Belgian detective Hercule Poirot and Colonel Race as his sidekick. The action takes place in Egypt, mostly on the River Nile. The novel is unrelated to Christie's earlier 1933 short story of the same name, which featured Parker Pyne as the detective. The tranquility of a cruise along the Nile is shattered by the discovery that Lynette Ridgway has been shot through the head. She was young, stylish, beautiful, a girl who had everything, until she lost her life. Hercule Poirot recalls an earlier outburst by a fellow passenger. I'd like to put my dear little pistol against her head and just press the trigger. Yet, in this exotic setting, nothing is ever quite what it seems. Contemporary reviews of the book were primarily positive. The short review in the Times Literary Supplement concluded by saying, Hercule Poirot, as usual, digs out a truth so unforeseen that it would be unfair for a reviewer to hint at it. Later reviews consider this book to be among the top 10 best books of Agatha Christie. It is also very high on the most rated books of Agatha Christie in Goodreads. Christie then adapted the novel into a stage play which opened at the Dundee Repertory Theatre on 17th January 1944 under the title of Hidden Horizon. It opened in the West End on 19th March 1946 under the title Murder on the Nile, and on Broadway on September 1946 under the same title, as well as two movie and one TV movie adaptation. The novel was also adapted to a hidden object PC game and to a graphic novel. The first adaptation was a 1978 British mystery film. It was directed by John Gullerman and adapted by Anthony Schaffer. The film features the Belgian detective Hercule Poirot, played by Peter Ustinov for the first time, plus an all-star supporting cast that includes Maggie Smith, Angela Lansbury, Bette Davis, Mia Farrow, Jane Birkin, David Niven, George Kennedy, and Jack Warden. The film is a standalone sequel to the 1974 film Murder on the Orient Express. Although it was a British film, That on the Nile premiered in New York on 29 September 1978. In London, there was a Laurel charity premiere at the ABC Shaftesbury Avenue on 23rd of October 1978. This premiere was attended by the Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip, and Earl Mountbatten. The movie received lukewarm reviews, stating that 1974 film Murder on the Orient Express was significantly better. The movie won the Academy Award for Best Costume Design at the 51st Academy Awards. An adaptation for the television series Agatha Christie's Poirot was made for the show's 9th series in 2004. It starred David Suchet as Poirot. Guest stars included Emily Blunt, J.J. Field, Emma Griffiths-Mellon, James Fox, Frances Delatour, Zoe Telford, and David Soul. The episode was filmed in Egypt. This Poirot episode has a quite good rating on IMDB, which is 8.0. The last adaptation so far is the 2022 movie. This film was directed by Kenneth Branagh from a screenplay by Michael Green as a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express, which came out in 2017. It was produced by Berna, Ridley Scott, Jodie Hofland, and Kevin G. Walsh. It stars an ensemble cast with Berna and Tom Bateman reprising their roles as Hercule Poirot and Bogue, respectively, alongside Annette Bening, Russell Brand, Ali Fazal, Dawn French, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Rose Leslie, Emma Mackey, Sophie Okonedo, Jeffrey Saunders, and Letitia Wright. This film was first released on several international markets on February 9, 2022, in the United Kingdom and in the United States on February 11, 2022, following several delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and grossed $137.3 million. In From Pages to Screen, I compare the original book with its adaptations according to 4 criteria, which are faithfulness to the book, casting choices, acting quality, and my IMDB rating. I try to be as objective as I can in the first 2, whereas, of course, I'm more subjective in the latter 2 criteria. As for faithfulness to the book, I think 1978 version was quite faithful to the book. All of the side characters as suspects were present, and also the ending of the mystery was not changed. So it's a plus. For 2004 version, I will give it a plus again. I think this episode was one of the most faithful Poirot adaptations of the TV series. It featured the mystery as it was. Many of the side characters and their motives were included in the plot, like the 1978 movie. For 2022 version, although this movie was the most faithful among the newer versions of Poirot movies, it is still a check because Kenneth Branagh really likes to make Poirot movies in a much darker tone, and the characters have more glooms and sins in their past than the book. However, the mystery was kept the same, so that's why it's a check. For casting, I will give 1978 version a check. Although I love the cast of the movie, it is so much full of stars. They were significantly older than they should have been in the book. As for 2004 version, I think this version deserves a plus. Characters looked and behaved as their characters in the book. For 2022 version, it's a check again, because I think the passengers, especially the ones involved in the love triangle, was chosen excellently. I cannot get over the fact that how Kenneth Branagh looks and behaves. As for acting, the acting of 1978 version is, I think, very good. So such a star-studded cast sometimes decreases the tempo. The acting is excellent. I think Angela Lansbury in particular is great in her role. She is much more colorful than her character in the book. As for 2004 version, I will give it a plus again. David Suchet is the star of every episode. He is the personification of Poirot for me. Also, the secondary characters in this episode acted very well. I really liked J.J. Fields' acting, as well as Emily Blunt's. As for 2022 version, I really liked the acting of Emma Mackey, Gal Gadot, Annette Bening, and Jennifer Saunders. On the other hand, I don't think I would ever be on board with the over-dramatic acting of Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot. So, in average, I think it is a check. As for my IMDb rating, I really like 1978 version as a movie because of its glamour and very good acting, like I mentioned before. So it's an 8 out of 10. I will give the same rating to 2004 Poirot episode because I love the book, and this one is actually the most faithful adaptation. I very much enjoyed this episode. As for 2022 version, this movie is the one that I like the best among the trio so far. Mainly because they changed much less significant things in this movie, unlike the other adaptations that Kenneth Branagh directed. The cinematography is fabulous. So it's a 7 out of 10. This was my comparison of the book Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie with its 3 adaptations. Please comment down below, have you read the book or watched the adaptations, and what did you think of them? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose ship. Ship means gemi in Turkish, and gemi is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.